Hi folks, and welcome to this entry to Cheap First Impressions. Cheap because we're going to be taking a look at games that are currently on Gamepass or Humble Bundle or on a deep discount in one of the online storefronts that you can get your hands on cheaply. First Impressions because out of all of those games, we're going to choose one and see what's what, play it for an hour or two, and see if it's worth it. And do it all over again in the next entry. So, to begin with, we are going to take a look at Gamepass games. And these are the games that have been recently added to Gamepass. A fair selection, I'd say, and varied in many ways. Some of these games I have no idea what they're about. Some of them I have a vague piece of information that tells me what sort of game they are. Others I know, others I have played, though most not. So, we have comedic games that do not typically stand up to the quality of their trailers, famously. I want to say an adventure, again, gimmicky game in the style of, I don't know, something along the lines of Goat Simulator, but with other elements. We have platformers, I believe, Castlevania style, adventure games, third-person shooters that have, to my liking, too much of a formulaic, essentially mechanical style. Assassin's Creed games, not that they're bad, some of them have extraordinarily impressive qualities in terms of setting and world building, but because the mechanics are transferable, almost carbon copied from game to game, I understand that from a development standpoint that is cost effective. From a gameplay standpoint, I cannot play an Assassin's Creed game more than once every many years because it's the same thing over again. We've got other third-person perspective games, Resident Evils, We Happy Few. Oh yeah, that is dystopian Kubrick-inspired, like Clockwork Orange, dystopian future with masked secret societies and like in Eyes Wide Shut. Yeah. But the high concept that proved to be enticing, I think, fell flat in execution as far as I read about it. World War II, that seems to be pretty good. I've heard good things about this. We've got Persona 3 Reloaded. If you have no idea what Shin Megami Tensei or Persona games are, it's a Japanese RPG with, I want to say, tarot-inspired mechanics. You have sort of these mythical card and star sign-related personas and enemies and that you choose and build your squad around, and this is I want to say, not just a remaster, it's more of a remake in many ways for Persona 3. I personally only played Persona 4 Golden on PS Vita all the way through. It's a very long game. Persona games are very long, so if you have a few dozen, well, more like 100 hours to invest into a very good JRPG, and you like tactical combat, this is a game for you. Incolinati, a tactical side-view combat game with a medieval aesthetic. Interesting, like Pentiment, and I also heard good things about it. For you that are cuckoo about choo-choos, you've got Train Sim World 4, though you might be disappointed that there's no choo-choos here, because it's mostly electric trains, I believe. So, more like bzz, bzz. For the animal-hating people among you that like enslaving and forcing animals to kill each other, or at least maim and severely wound each other, Pokemon fans, this is a Pokemon-like online huge success currently. Racing game, though again, from specialists I've heard, the F1 series is a bit of a roller coaster in terms of quality, and I have no idea what these are. So, a fair selection. Moving on to the games currently available in Humble Bundle. This is, well, appropriately, the current Humble Bundle, and my selection. I have claimed the games that interest me, and have not those that don't. If I have not already given away the keys for the games that do not interest me, you can email me, and I'll gladly send you the key if I have it available. Please don't expect a reply if I don't have it anymore. Here we have, I believe that's a standalone Life is Strange game, so an adventure game. A very, very aesthetically pleasing and ambiance puzzle game in this biomechanical, Richard Giger, almost, body horror type adventure, light FPS elements, I believe. I have not played it yet, but I am very tempted to, if and when I have time. It's not too long either. And comedic 1950s science fiction horror, pulpy type parody game. If you liked Trail Humans 1, you'll probably enjoy this very much. I have not read, played, or seen much of There Is No Light, but I'm intrigued. A builder game that does something that I don't like at all. There's a title that is evocative, and then they add a subtitle that is meant for dumb people. That tells me that the publisher for the game has very little confidence in their audience's ability to, from the title and splash screens or logo, to figure out what the game is about. So imagine if Doom, iconic title, iconic game box cover and splash screen, imagine if they had done the same and they had made a subtitle for Doom. Doom, shoot demons in space. Yeah, that's a bit condescending, isn't it, for the target audience? Please, publishers, stop doing this. And a quick selection from the games on wish lists that currently are on heavy discount, directly clipped from my Steam wishlist. We have a bit of everything. FPSs, action, open world games. Again, this is also in deep discount, not just available on Gamepass. Actually, there's, several games that are available on different of these solutions to get them cheap. But strategy games, we have RPG, dungeon crawlers, builders, a bit of... Now that I'm thinking about it, there is no racing game. Wow, what neglect on my part. So, out of all these games, we have a lot to choose from, but piques our interest right now. Terminator Resistance, 2019, not the most recent entry that is an RTS, Terminator Dark Fat. Oh, Oh, my non-existent editor's telling me that it's not Terminator Dark Fate, it's Terminator Dark Fate. Fate as Sarah Connor carved into the wood in Terminator 2. No fate, because humanity is doomed to face Judgment Day and the arisal of Skynet. Dark Fate, not Dark Fat. Right. Well, I would have gladly played a game where morbidly obese humans became humanity's salvation because their huge mass collapsed in on itself like that of a dying star, created a dark fat singularity that ultimately destroyed Skynet. That's a better script than the latest Terminator movies. Really. So, could have been Dark Fat, not Dark Fate. Terminator Resistance, that's an FPS. And from all of these games, probably because it's the style of game that is nowadays not so common, and in that particular style or theme, even more so, not because there's a lack of success from games similar to that, and I'm giving you a hint, like Theme Park and more recently Planet Coaster. I am going to take a look at Snowtopia, with the title for dumb people underneath it, Ski Resort Builder. So yeah, if all you were looking for is, well, a smattering of games that you could get for cheap, this is the stop for you, because now you can go to Orbit and nuke all of this away, because it's video over, man, for you. If you want to go on to the first impressions for Snowtopia, just keep on watching if you're on the playlist, or click on the end of video card for Snowtopia first impressions if you're not. Till next time.